Marina, what did you like about your character, Rosa?
I really liked Rosa because in a way she's similar to me, but at the same time she's much more feisty. She really, I think, can stand her own, and she's in like a lot of the situations that she sort of encounters in the film. I feel like she really, she really tries to take control. She tries not to let those men intimidate her, and she tries her hardest to sort of stand up for herself in that sense. And she tries to protect her sister as well. So I like her sort of fighting attitude that she has in the character. Where's Georgie? Where's Georgie?
Oh, she's asleep.
Oh, you've checked, have you?
Oh, what the hell is this? I suppose.
She's not in there. I've looked all over the house. She's not answering her phone. You've no bloody idea where she is, have you?
I left her in her room sulking.
That was hours ago.
I've been bloody working all bloody hours. Just go away.
She went to the school. There was a talent show on. She was supposed to sing in it. It ended hours ago and she's still not back.
Oh, leave me alone. She's just doing this to wind me up.
You selfish bloody cow!
So did you find it easy to identify with her?
In ways. I mean, I think definitely she has obviously got a vulnerability as well, Rosa, and that's probably the quality of her that I would have identified with quite a lot. And the kind of sisterly relationship, because I'm close with both my sisters and things like that. I mean, things that were harder to kind of, she has had like a very difficult life. She's been sort of hardened by her experiences, and I guess with those things, they were a little bit harder. But I related them to experiences that I'd had and kind of heightened those experiences for her, I guess, because she's sort of been through things that were tougher than probably what I have, I guess.
In the film, Rosa is trying to help someone who's being bullied. Mm-hmm. Did you have any similar experiences, or were you aware of bullying when you were at school?
Yeah, I mean, I did have experiences with bullying. So when, first sort of found out about the film, it was something that I felt really passionate about, and I thought that was a really brilliant thing to be sort of bringing awareness to. I sort of had like classic kind of girls group, groups of girls kind of changing from this person to this person, and it is kind of always going for the one who's slightly different, slightly vulnerable, or the one that isn't, like when they're 11 years old, really confident and just like so it's horrible. Like I experienced it myself, and I saw it happen to other people, and I just feel like it's this really horrible, scary kind of world if you are, slightly sort of, I suppose, protected and sheltered from home, and then you get into this sort of big, scary world, and suddenly like you could just be turned on in a second, and then everyone's against you, and then you feel completely alone, because I suppose at that age, those friends are your life, like your friendship group. Those people are like, and you desperately just want to be part of it. You desperately just want to, join the group. Or like, I suppose some people don't, like with Georgie. She's a stronger personality. She doesn't, in a way, she didn't feel that need to be part of that group. But I think as a child, I definitely did, and as a young teenager.
So what do you think is the best way to deal with bullying?
It's just so hard to know. I mean, I can't imagine that anyone could have really completely just saved me from that experience, and to some extent you get worried about other people going through it, but in a way I suppose people are going to go through things, and there's actually, it's horrible, and of course nothing really, really hideous happened to me, and those things should be prevented. But I mean, I didn't really tell my parents, but they could tell that something was going on. So I suppose just if you can find someone that you can confide in, and eventually I did leave that school because it was a really horrible experience, so that was quite a dramatic thing, but eventually it kind of was just too much, so I sort of told my parents, and then we sort of took that action.
In the film, Rosa is musical like Georgie, and she has to perform for the Dumbarton Old Boys. Mm-hmm. How was that experience?
It was a pretty strange experience because it was my very first day of filming on the film, and so basically kind of got here in the morning when we filmed it, and had to sort of get into this little outfit and then practice it, and then basically not only sort of block it and all that in front of the whole crew, but then have this like 50-year-old man coming and sitting down and me having to do it. And also at the same time I had to have the song, which we'd obviously pre-recorded, in my ear, but I couldn't really hear it that well, and I was trying to like dance to it, so it was quite a difficult experience, but it was really good because it kind of just completely threw me into it. So I just really wasn't, sort of after that, I suppose I wasn't that fazed by anything, because I'd kind of done this sort of full-on thing. And obviously everyone was lovely, like giving me, you know, like a dressing gown, like after they'd been cut and stuff like that. But it was quite weird, because you are kind of sort of obviously playing the character, and it's, you know, she's doing this quite provocative routine. So everyone's sort of, the extras were all sort of joining in on that and, you know, shouting and everything during it. So you sort of feel slightly strange after when I walked down or you had dinner. I was a bit like, it's not really me, it's my character.
Some girls like to boogie. Some girls like to shake. Some girls like to tease you. Others like to bake. Come on, taste my strawberries. Come on, taste my flake. Come on, taste my whipped cream on my special cake.
Do you think Rosa wants to protect Georgie a certain amount from her work?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Rosa feels a bit sort of humiliated herself to sort of doing things like that, but at the same time she kind of knows it's quite easy money and she's quite good at it, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think she would like never want Georgie to do anything similar, and she wouldn't want her to sort of look at her sister and sort of somehow judge her for it, because I think, you know, Rose is just kind of a bit desperate for money and just a bit desperate for sort of, you know, yeah, like independent, just you know, to get some money behind her. But I'm sure that she really has, you know, other ideas for herself, and she would rather Georgie didn't really get involved in that sort of slightly dodgy kind of aspect of her job.
Yeah.